Hello, I'm Chief Deputy Chris Hayworth, and welcome to another episode of Farmer's Almanac. I want to take the opportunity today to thank Daniel Jarvis of 220 for coming to our agency and teaching a peer support for critical incidents class to some of our deputies that have been through some very critical incidents. Over the last 4 years, we have had 6 officer-involved shootings, 1 mass shooting, and countless other traumatic calls for service. We recognize PTSD is real, and our agency's mental health is of paramount importance, both for the health of our people and the quality of our service to our community.
Hi, I'm Melinda Brown. I am a dispatcher with the Sumter County Sheriff's Office. I've been here for 17 years, and I was recently able to participate in a peer support program that they're trying to implement here at the Sheriff's Office, and it's called 220. It's a way to help our guys and help military vets, help law enforcement all deal with the trauma that sometimes they have to deal with on a daily basis, at least in their career. And it was a new program. It was a new way to identify trauma and everything that goes on in your life. And it was a great program. I was in there with several of my deputies, sergeants, detectives, and we went through the whole process that 220 deals with, and it goes through a script, and it just helps us deal. We don't have to talk about it. It just puts it through in our heads. We're just going through it in our heads, not verbally. And I saw some serious breakthroughs with my guys that were in the room, and yes, they're all my guys, doesn't matter. And they dealt with some stuff that they've probably never dealt with, didn't even know that they needed to deal with. It was very eye-opening. I had my own experience with it that I never expected, not job-related. It was something that happened as a child that apparently I needed to deal with. And it's a great program, and I hope that we can get it started here at the Sheriff's Office.
I'm Hector Otero. I'm a corporal for Sumter County Sheriff's Office. I've been here since February 2013. I was asked to be part of a peer-to-peer group and was placed in a training on Monday with a group called 220. And it's basically a group that tries to tackle on PTSD and PTS and try to help those individuals disassociate with situations that they may have gone through or are going through in their life. A little background on me, I'm 36 years old, I'm from New York. I come from a split home, I guess you can say. And there was things bothering me that I didn't realize that at 36 years old were still bothering me. I'm a United States Marine Corps veteran. I've been deployed twice to Iraq. I'm a combat veteran, and those were the things that I thought would always impact my life and always would be a part of me till the day that I go to rest. So I always thought that those were the things that were bothering me. That was the pack I put on my shoulders the day I decided to join the Marine Corps. But starting Monday, I started to realize that it wasn't just the things that I saw in Iraq and during my time in the Marine Corps. It was things that had happened to me before then, and it's also things that happened to me as a law enforcement officer here in the state of Florida. I've been involved in an officer-involved shooting, and I had to deal with the effects of what that meant. Being in a situation where you have a split decision to make, whether you're going to take someone's life or if you're going to lose your life or your friends or your superiors. So that was something that I haven't discussed with anyone. I never opened up to anyone about, and I would have never talked to anyone about that until Monday. Monday I met a man by the first name of Dan with 220. And you could tell by someone's appearance that they've gone through some stuff and traumatic events just by how they talk, how they walk, how they introduce themselves and how they carry on. So he had a way about himself that made me listen, and it was the first time in my life that I connected with someone that made me say, he's here to help me. And long story short, he was able to help me disassociate with the traumatic events of my shooting, of my military service and combat service, and things that throughout life just impacted my life. And that book bag I had, that rucksack that I carried for many years, came off, and it's been a stress off my shoulders, off my chest. I feel physically a lot better, or better, I should say. And I just want everyone to know here in Sumter County Sheriff's Office that if there's someone that needs to disassociate themselves with a certain event, whether it's work related or something that happened prior, we now have a team that is willing to help. We have an administration that went out and found sources to help us, and it's the real deal. I'm a lot happier in just a couple of days that I've gone through the training, and I look forward to helping others feel the same way I feel today.
Hello, my name is Joe Kadich. I am a road patrol sergeant with the Sumter County Sheriff's Office. Been employed here going on my 12th year. Recently I had the opportunity to take advantage of a program called 22-0. It's a organization that focuses on healing military veterans, first responders, anybody in the field where they experience trauma. Mr. Dan Jarvis came to our facility, put on by our agency, where he found out and got in depth and in touch with who we really are. It was a experience I never thought I'd have. 2019, I was involved in an officer-involved shooting where unfortunately it resulted in taking someone's life. This past year on Father's Day, as some people know, we had a mass shooting with multiple casualties on a Father's Day event here in Sumter County. Both these incidences impacted me, and professionally and also personally, to the point where I shoved them down to a spot where I didn't want to deal with it. Perception is everything, and I don't want to be perceived as weak or vulnerable or anything like that. So the tough guy mentality told me to bottle it up, store it away, and not address it. Mr. Dan was able to break those walls down, get in touch with the incidents, had me crying like a baby, and really getting to the root of the emotion and learning to separate it. You'll never forget the memory, but if you can disengage the emotion, that's where the help really comes from. We spent a majority of the first day getting in touch with our traumatic events, and followed up by a second day of going into emotional, and that really touched into personal events that I've had in my life, relating back to childhood, and he was able to disconnect those emotions from childhood events that have stuck with me for 30 plus years. I'm forever thankful, forever grateful. This was an opportunity of a lifetime. I hope and I pray that many of you can be touched and feel the relief in the sense of just, I hope that many of you can feel the relief and the burden that's now gone. I pray that if you need help, please reach out to us. With this training that we've went through, we can now be sources for you to reach out to. We have many different categories. We have civilian, we have veterans of military, we have officer-involved shooting, sources that can help benefit any situation you've come across. Please feel free to reach out. Again, I want to thank the Sumter County Sheriff's Office for giving us this opportunity, and 22-0, Mr. Dan Jarvis.